everyone, Kevin here, and thanks for watching this video in our bottom line series where we focus on custom lowered trucks. This series also is sponsored by our good friends at Nitto Tire, and I thought it was a good time for us to have a video and focus on choosing the right tire for your lowered truck. There are a lot of options out there, and sometimes a lot of guys, they'll just they'll have a size in mind or something, and when they're building a vehicle and they just go to the local tire shop and just say, hey, I want something with this, that fits my parameters, which there's a lot more to it than that. So I want to discuss that in this video because my truck is, one thing, what my use is, it's just for cruising around and everything. It's not really a daily driver anymore like it used to. So I might have different needs for somebody that's going to take it out a little bit more. Maybe somebody's going to drag race or do some autocross with their pro touring style truck. So I want to discuss these differences and just, get you a little bit more educated when you are looking to buy tires for your truck. So my truck here is a 2000 Chevy S10, and I've had it since it was brand new. So yeah, back in the year 2000, it was completely stock. That's when I had it. And my first time driving a truck like this, and during the wet weather, I experienced my first winter. I quickly found out that the stock tires just did not hold up. If I was going 10, 15 miles an hour and going around a corner on a street, not racing, not doing anything else, this truck would slide. It was actually really dangerous. I don't know what was going on, but it would really, it'd slip really easy, and I knew I had to make a change. I was going to do something with it anyways. I was going to, obviously lower it and do all these other things, and which I did. I gave it a static drop. I think it was like a 5.7 drop around that. So it was pretty hammered. Put on 17-inch wheels, and the wheels were covered in Nitto NT 555 tires. And back in the day, these tires were great. And it was kind of like the flagship back then. These tires were everywhere, and a lot of people were using them. They were great for performance, getting more performance out of your vehicle. And wet and dry conditions, they worked great. When they were on my truck, I had no issues with them sliding around. And like I said, I wasn't racing or anything like that, but just driving around, it was very comfortable. And had the grip and everything that I needed that suited my needs with this truck. So I've had this truck for a number of years, and I even daily drove it with those tires, with those 555s on it. And with time and with the miles that I had on it, I had to replace them. And I couldn't find a matching set of tires because they didn't make them anymore. But that happened to be a good thing because the folks at Nitto actually leveled things up and redesigned that tire. And what they call now is a NT 555 G2. So these are an improved version, second generation improved version of that tire. And I have them on my truck. I've got 20-inch wheels on it now. I used to have 17s. So I got these tires, but we'll take a look at them. I can show you around a little bit. They're good for performance. Now, do keep in mind, I've got a mini truck, so I'm not, going out and, racing it or anything like that. But as you can see, they've got large tread blocks here, all around. So they're very large. It's good for getting traction. They also got these two big center ribs. They're great for straight line speed, and they're also good for wet weather too as well. You can see these grooves. They've got a lot of stuff going on that helps eject water very well. Folks at Nitto told me that these are a summer tire. Now I thought, I live in Southern California, and that means they're only for dry weather. Well, to my surprise, or me not knowing, the rest of the country, does see some rain during the summertime. So they are designed for summer, for dry and wet weather. They do a great job. And what I like most about them is that the compound has silica in it, which makes for great traction. It also makes for a smooth ride as well. These are low profile tires. I can barely tell that I'm driving a truck with low profile tires. They ride so smooth. I absolutely love them. Combined with, everything on this truck, with having airbags, all that, truck drives like a Cadillac. So I absolutely love these tires. For a lot of guys, with mini trucks or airbag trucks, or show vehicles, everything, they like to run staggered wheels. And what that means is having, fronts are a little bit different than the back. Maybe they're wider in the back, bigger in the back. And finding a tire that fits the needs of that, it can be a little bit tough with some brands. But this is where the Invo tire actually excels, as it's designed for staggered sizes and fitment issues like this. Now, another thing we like about this tire is that it's a it's for luxury performance. So it's for, higher end vehicles. So it's got a lot of things going on. One thing is that it was computer designed and has a lot of 3D multi-wave sipes, which actually interlock when braking. So it acts like a huge tread block while it's braking. One thing that we do really like is that it keeps noise down. Now, noise kind of, it comes up when you have frequencies that are the same, they get repeated and are amplified. And so what they did when they designed this tire was they actually mixed up the frequencies on it when they designed it, so that it keeps the noise down. It's nice, you know, gives you a nice, comfortable ride, and we absolutely love it. We shot our friends of ours from Premier Street Rod have a 57 Chevy pickup called Snow White. They run this tire. We tested it out. We did some donuts in the thing. It actually performs. It really performs well, and it rides great. It's smooth. It's comfortable. So this is a real well-rounded tire if you're looking for something that fits the needs of, you know, different sizes, staggered sizes, and everything. Not everyone's truck has the demands of a show vehicle, and you know, some of these trucks are driven more on the street. You know, it might be sport trucks or something a little bit sporty, have some performance and everything. And a tire that really fits that need is the 420V. And what we like about it is that it has a 460 tread wear on LT sizes, metric sizes, which means that it can hold up to a lot more or higher load, or a truck that, you know, hauls around or even tows a trailer. But one thing I do want to, you know, mention is that you should check the load ratings of the tires on Nitto's website, which is nittotire.com. Just make sure you're in the clear so that you're not running in a dangerous situation. A good friend of ours, Mopar Ellie, has a Ram pickup that has a set of 420Vs, and they're actually perfect for that truck because, you know, her truck's a little sporty. She likes to take it out and test its performance and everything, but also drive it, you know, often too as well. And these tires look absolutely great on that truck. What I can tell you is that there's many companies that offer a truck tire, and or, you know, for a light tires for light trucks, let's say, not for big rigs or anything like that. But I don't like the designs that well. You know, some of them seem a little dated, a little too much. You know, it's kind of like tribal tattoos, like it's just out of style. And just, you know, I mean, cool in some situations, but, you know, for the most part, not really. But the 420V, I absolutely love this tire. It's got a modern design that I think just fits for, you know, trucks these days. So it's a good choice for someone like that. So for those of you that actually see real weather with their trucks, there is a all-season tire that fits that bill, and that's the Motivo. And what we like about this, it's good for wet and dry conditions. And it's like the Invo, where it's got 3D sipes that, you know, interlocking for braking too. So we love that. And, you know, there's big tread blocks as well. So you'll get some performance out of this tire. A buddy of ours with Fat Fender Garage had a shop truck that had a set of these tires on them. They look great, they performed, they did the job. You know, for other guys that have shop trucks, you know, they have a truck that's around that they're gonna use in all sorts of conditions, out in weather and everything. This tire is great for that purpose. And like I said, they still look great. So we talked about tires that fit the needs of trucks that are driven on the street all the time, but you know, sometimes, you know, guys want to have a little bit more performance. They want to have something that's a little more sticky. You know, these guys like to test out their vehicles, you know, maybe pro street style trucks, and, you know, they're driven down a drag strip. And a tire that fits that need is the 555R, which is a DOT drag radial. It has larger tread blocks and a sticky compound, so it really holds performance down, so you can go racing, you go drag racing and everything. We have a buddy, his name is Chris Decker, and he has a 67 El Camino. He's been driving his El Camino around. He's drag raced it on these tires. You know, he's driven the streets, everything. He absolutely loves these tires. And it's a perfect choice for, you know, somebody that's looking to do the same. So with the introduction of the 555 G2, guys wanted the option to have a drag radial in the back that would match their tires. So again, it'll level things up, and they came out with the 555 R2, which is drag radial. It's also DOT compliant, which means that you can drive it on the street, go to an event, race it all day, and drive your vehicle back, all while having the same tires on it. What I do like about this tire as well is that they have offerings up to 22 inches. So it's great for trucks, you know, that have larger wheels nowadays. These trucks, brand new trucks, they have bigger wheels from factory. It's just crazy how things have gotten these days. But we've got George Sanchez's truck behind me. It's a 2016 F-150, and he's got a little experience with it. Can you tell me, you know, how these tires work out for you?
Hey Kevin, good morning. Yes, I can. First off, I've had these tires on for a little bit over a year. I've driven them in all kinds of weather conditions, and they do great. One of the things that I love the most about them is that I don't have to worry about swapping out wheels every time I go to the track. I can get off of work and drive straight to the track and have fun with it. They last a pretty long time. Like I said, I've had them over a year, and they're still holding up. I've driven them in, like I mentioned, in all kinds of weather, and I've had no issues. Definitely recommend them.
Yeah, so I mean, you mentioned like So they have a tread wear I know of like 100, so which is pretty low. So how many miles have you gotten out of them?
Kevin, right now I'm a little bit over 10,000 miles on these tires. I do drive aggressively. They do have some burnouts on them, and they're still going.
Yeah, and that's actually really good for tires like this. I mean, they're sticky, you know, so you know, the tread wear is very high on them and everything, so they're going to degrade really quick. But actually 10,000 miles, I mean, that's a lot. I mean, that's like about a year if you're driving this thing every day, which a lot of vehicles like this won't get driven that much. So I mean, they can have some longevity to them. But how about like ride quality and like driving them on the street?
I've had in the past my the 420S and the 420V, and I would say that this tire rides comparable. I prefer it a little bit more. I feel the compound's a little bit softer, so the ride is a little bit smoother. So personally, I like them a little bit better.
Gotcha. Well, hey man, it's a sweet looking truck. The tires look great on this thing. Thanks for bringing it out, man. Totally appreciate it.
Thank you.
So as you can tell by now, Nitto has it covered when it comes to straight line performance. But some guys with what we call pro touring style trucks, they want a tire that can handle going around corners as well as straight lines. And these trucks are built to go, you know, around autocross courses. You know, they have corners and everything, so they have higher demands on them. And a tire that fits these pro touring style vehicles is the NT05. Now, this tire has huge tread blocks and a huge center rib as well for maximum traction. But do keep in mind that these tires do have a high tread wear as well. So you're going to want to put it on a vehicle that's, you know, basically getting raced, or, you know, it only goes to a show or a cruise or something like that. You're not going to want to daily drive it. I mean, you can, but you're going to have to buy tires more often. So just keep that in mind. You know, our buddies at Scott Rod's Garage built a 64 F100 that's autocross ready. It's a pro touring style truck. And they run a set of NT05s, and they've done very well with it. They've been very competitive in the autocross scene. So yeah, so if you're looking for something like that, the NT05 is going to get you there. Well, I hope this video was informative, a little bit educational on you know, how to decide on the right set of tires for your truck. You know, there's different needs out there, different trucks like mini trucks, sport trucks, pro touring trucks, pro street trucks, static lowered trucks, trucks like mine that are on air ride. So there's a lot of choices out there. So that's it for me. I'm going to be signing off. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, hit that like button. That really helps us out. Also, if you have any other questions about any of the tires, or, you know, fitting a tire for any of your needs, hit those questions in the comment section below. And also, don't miss a video by hitting that subscribe button and turning on post notifications. And we will catch you next time.